Pocket pairs are the two matching cards you could be dealt by the dealer and are generally broken down into four groups. The small pairs, 2s, 3s, 4s and 5s. The middle pairs, 6s, 7s and 8s. The dangerous pairs, 9s and 10s. And the royal pairs, the jacks, queens, kings and aces. You'll want to approach each of these slightly differently, and you've got to know your odds. In Hold'em, there's a 16 to 1 chance of being dealt any pair, but only a 220 to 1 chance of being dealt pocket aces. Knowing these odds is just one of a number of factors you must take into account when playing any pocket pair. It'll help you judge when and how much to bet.
If you're going to play the smaller pairs, the 2s, 3s, 4s and 5s, then your first aim should be to get to the flop as cheaply as possible and hope to make 3 of a kind. This is also known as a set or trips. Alternatively, if you can get heads up with one opponent without committing too many chips, then you'll stand a fair chance of winning, even if cards higher than your pair, overcards, come down on the flop. Play the middle pairs, the 6s, 7s and 8s, as you would the smaller pairs, and you'll do okay. Think of 9-9 and 10-10 as the dangerous pairs. The most common mistake is to play them too hard because you place a higher value on them than is actually the case, even though they do look quite pretty. The good news is that by definition there aren't as many overcards as with a middle pair. So you've got less chance of being caught in trouble on the flop.
Consider overcards carefully when playing your pocket pairs because there are a number of ways in which a holder of those overcards, or higher cards, can defeat your prized pair. Firstly, to hit one or more of the overcards, as in this example, where your pocket tens are ultimately beaten on the river as your opponent makes a pair of queens. Secondly, to make a straight. Here the middle pair eventually loses out to a straight. Even making a set on the river didn't save your pair from your opponent's straight. Or thirdly, to make a flush. Here, 9 of clubs, 9 of hearts plays 7 of diamonds, 8 of diamonds, with the final board coming Jack of diamonds, 7 of hearts, 3 of diamonds, the Queen of clubs and 9 of diamonds. Notice again that the same card that made the 9s a set also completed the flush. Shocking. Give full credit to the overcards and use their presence on the board to help improve your decision making. Of course, if you've got royal pairs, then it's less of a problem.
The royal couples are the strongest pocket pairs of all, so how should you approach these hands? The hooks, they look great, but for many seasoned players it is the trickiest hand in No Limit. While it's strong heads up in multi-hand situations when there are one or more overcards on the flop, you're an underdog, so tread very carefully in that situation. If you don't play the ladies aggressively pre-flop, then you can get caught. An opponent might decide to play that rag ace, for example, ace 6. If you let them in too cheaply and they catch another ace on the flop, they score that higher pair. You should play these cowboys strongly too. As with pocket queens, watch for that ace on the flop, because that rookie playing ace 4 has a 30% chance to beat you with his overcard if an ace comes. Pocket rockets, lovely. Aces, the best hand you can have because you can't be facing an overcard. But while the advantage is huge early on, that can soon change post-flop if you don't play them strongly from the outset. So raise early, raise again, re-raise, raise, 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 shove it all in.